Hello, good morning and Jai Hind students. I am Kanchan, your English teacher, and this time I have taken poem Rain on the Roof, and this poem is from the book Beehive, that is in your syllabus for English subject in class 9th. So the Rain on the Roof, as its title is very clear, the poet is, and this poem was written by Coates Kinney. So it's the name of the poet, Coates Kinney. Now the poet has described about the raindrops effect. So here a rain on the roof. When raindrops they come on the roof and they create a sound. So what do these what do these drops, what type of what type of effect they create? This is in this poem the poet has discussed. Now when the sky is covered with dark clouds and it starts raining, have you ever listened to the patter of sound rain on the roof? Means it's about your experience, whether you have listened raindrops sound, pattering sound. Pattering means beating sound of the raindrops or not, means while it is raining, just lie down or listen carefully these sounds, and they create a musical note also into our mind. And what thoughts flashed through your flashed means what the memories, what the thoughts, what the imaginations they come to your mind. And as you heard, melody of nature. Melody means musical notes in a sequence. So read this poem and find out. Now, when the let's begin. Before I begin this poem, I would like to tell us about this poem. This poem tells us what the poet is thinking about when he hears like sound. Sound means rain sounds, means the raindrop sound, and beating sound or pattering sound of the raindrops. And the poem praises the healing power of nature's rain, and especially when he heard from a cozy bed in a lovely cottage. Means the poet was in his room, in his beautiful lovely cottage, and at that time he was listening. So it is just experience also. Come to the poem. And when the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. So let's see the meaning. So it is the situation before the rain, when the humid shadows means clouds full of raindrops. They hover means they move in the sky, and over all the starry spheres means over all the sky, right? And that sky is full of stars, but due to these clouds, stars are not visible, and they are not seen. Only clouds are there, and humid refers to the clouds that are full of raindrops, because we know very well that that clouds are full of raindrops. So due to that, they just make themselves to shower. Shower means to make them to rain. So and the melancholy means hota hai sadness or hopelessness. Darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. So the poet says ki those clouds, they create darkness, because we know very well when there are black clouds, when there are humid clouds, and due to that those clouds there is darkness all around us. And poet is saying कि ये जो darkness है that is just like this darkness is creating melancholy effect. Melancholy means nirasha, hopelessness, being sad. So he says कि ये जो शेडोज़ हैं, जो ह्यूमिड शेडोज़ हैं, जो क्लाउड्स हैं, वो बहुत डार्कनेस ला रहे हैं and they are creating darkness atmosphere, and that darkness is melancholy, that darkness is sad, is hopeless. वो बहुत दुखी है, बहुत परेशान है, या फिर बहुत निराश है, बहुत दुखी है. And due to that darkness weeps in rainy tears. It means before rain it appears, means clouds they appear in the sky, and then those clouds they create darkness all around us, and this darkness is full of hopelessness, and this darkness is sad. So darkness weeps in the form of raindrops. As clouds are sad, and also they are creating darkness. So darkness is hopeless, darkness is sad, and this darkness weeps in the form of rainy tears. As darkness is weeping, as darkness is weeping in the shape, in the form, in the manner of rain. So raindrops are just like tears of the darkness. And the poet is also sad at this time because he remembers something that is a part of his past. So, but next time, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. But first, he says कि this darkness that is sad, that is not happy, that is sad, that is hopeless. This darkness also makes the poet upset. It also makes the poet sad. But next time, the poet says that what a bliss means perfect state of happiness. Then next time he says that again I become very happy, and I feel me pleased having a pillow and pressing it and pressing the pillow, and while I am lying down in my cottage. तो कहता है कि मैं जब अपने कॉटेज में अपने रूम में लेटा हुआ हूँ, आई एम जस्ट प्रेसिंग माई पिलो, एंड this keeps me very happy, and I feel me very happy listening those pattering sound. Pattering means beating sound of the raindrops, as you can listen very carefully, clearly I should say. When it rains, so we just listen sound of beating sound of raindrops, that is tap tap beating sound of the raindrops. So the poet is referring those beating sounds that he listens while he lies down in his chamber. Chamber means in his room. Okay, of the soft rain overhead. That means those raindrops that create a sound of beating sound over his head, means on his roof. So first he says about the clouds that are full of raindrops, and they move in the sky, and they move in the sky that is full of stars, but stars are not visible due to those clouds. They means clouds have covered the stars. And now and the melancholy darkness means the darkness that has been created by these clouds is upset, is sad, and as darkness weeps, And this darkness, who is sad, who is unpleasant, this also makes the poet to weep. But next time when he listens beating sound of the raindrops, it makes him to be happy listening those beating sounds. So come to the second stanza. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. So echo means resounding, means when he was listening the tinkling sound of the shingle. So tinkling means that is musical sound, and shingle means rectangular tiles used on sloping roof. So I can show you, like just see here, it is a roof that is in the sloping way. Now, so in this way, this is shingle. Shingle means rectangular shaped stones, tiles that are used to make slopes, or that are used on sloping roofs. So here it is about that. So every tinkling sound of the raindrops has an echo, means they are resounding, they are coming back in his heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. So here it means that he is thinking something, he is dreaming something while he was listening those pattering sounds. So he was rememorizing something, and those fancies, those memories, those thoughts that were coming into his mind, those thoughts they kept busy itself into his mind, and 1,000 recollection weave their air threads into woof. Woof is just like this type of thing. You can see here, this is used, see here, in a crisscrossed way. This is here in crisscrossed way. See here, coming to this, this is crisscrossed way. So in this way his thoughts are also coming into his mind, and they are weaving the imaginations. These thoughts are creating fancy collections into his mind. So he is referring to this. Now here it is second stanza. Into busy being start, and 1,000 collections weave their air threads into woof. As I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. So he is saying that whenever he listens these pattering sound, these beating sound of raindrops, his memories come back, and they start making imaginations. They start using imaginations, and also they start making fancies into his mind. वो उसकी जो विचार हैं वो तरह तरह की कल्पनाएं करने लगते हैं, मतलब उसके दिमाग में बहुत सारी बातें याद आती हैं. एंड दीज मेमोरीज दे जस्ट दे कम इनटू 1,000 collections, and they create thousands of imaginations into his mind. Okay, means he just recollects his old memories, and he imagines, and he just dreams. So what type of dream he dreams? So in this last stanza and third stanza, he is introducing his mother. The poet is introducing his mother. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So coming to the word meaning, So here, now he introduces his mother in this stanza and he recollects his memory. He comes back to his past in his memories because these beating sounds of raindrops they help him to recollect his memories. So he is coming to his old memories, means these raindrops they help him to correlate him with his old memories. So in his old memories he just dreams, he just thinks, he just finds that his mother comes into his mind, into his imagination, as she used in years ago. Agon means past. As her mother used to come to his cousins, to his own brothers and sisters while they were sleeping, to regard the darling dreamers ere she left, means she would come to his brothers and sisters and also to him, and she would touch the poet with love and with affection. So he just feels his mother's touch, his mother's loving touch, his mother's caring touch while he was listening sound of the raindrops. And that was part of his past, क्योंकि इस समय उसकी मदर नहीं है. This time his mother is no more, his mother is dead now, but he is just dreaming that she is also coming to him, and she is also touching him with love, and she is also coming and looking at him with affection. तो उसको लग रहा है कि उसकी मदर आ रही है और उसको टच कर रही है, उसको रबिंग कर रही है, मीन्स दैट इज लविंग टच. टू रिगार्ड द डार्लिंग ड्रीमर्स, regard the darling dreamers means the poet and his brothers and sisters, and his mother just left them till the dawn means the time of early morning. So his mother left them means the poet and his brothers and sisters to sleep till the dawn means early morning. So I feel her fond look means he feels his mother, and as his mother is looking at him and his mother was touching him with care, with affection. As I listen to this refrain which is played, refrain means something that is being repeated as a part of poem or as a part of song. So which is played upon the shingles means again he is telling that these raindrops that is coming on my roof, and they are creating sound, and this sound is musical, having musical sound, and I am listening and memorizing my mother. So coming to the literary devices, here poetic devices means about the rhyming scheme. First rhyming scheme, see here, if any word in the last rhyme to the next word of the next line, then we write the same alphabet. See here, har, sphere, darkness, tears, the pillow, bed, patter, overhead. So har is not rhyming with sphere. So we will just write here A. Okay, if we write here A, just small a. Okay, see here, her A sphere is not rhyming with it. ये इससे मैच नहीं कर रहा है in rhyming. So we will mention here B. Again darkness is also not rhyming. So we will mention here C. Again tears is matching with spears. So we will write here B. See, B. Because this tears, this word is rhyming with spears. So we will mention here B, same alphabet. Next, pillow is again another word that is not rhyming. So we will mention here D, and bed is also not rhyming. So we will write here E, and patter is also not rhyming. So we will write here F, and again it is here okay. So bed and head. So A, B, C, B, D, E, F. Again bed is rhyming with overhead. Bed, head. So we will mention here E. So the rhyming scheme will be A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. So this is rhyming scheme, and this is continued in the other two stanzas also. So come to the figure of speech. Here is alliteration. Alliteration means humid hover. Humid hover means her sound has been repeated here. So alliteration. Starry spears. Sa sound has been repeated. Again alliteration. So it is about here also press pillow. Pa sound has been repeated, and lie listening. La sound has been repeated. So here is alliteration. And now next figure of speech is here also transferred epithet. Transferred epithet is there when a noun is with adjective that is not actually, as he is representing here melancholy, darkness. So actually darkness is not sad. It is actually the poet is sad, and he is transferring this adjective to the darkness. So it is here transferred epithet. Next is here personification, because weeps is here for darkness. Actually darkness doesn't weep. It's human being who weep, but it is here. So darkness is a part of nature. It is not living being. So it is here personification. Okay. Next here is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is where when we read, we just feel sound, patter. So patter is here pattering sound of raindrops. Okay. Now come to the next stanza. Here again you will find here alliteration. So I am telling you where alliteration is in this stanza. See here, busy being. So B sound has been repeated here.